So in today's video, we are going to be previewing Tranmere Rovers versus Bradford City. Then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Game Week 8 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers. So please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your score predictions as well as your starting 11 down in the comment section down below. Now, before we go any further, obviously the Mansfield game didn't end up going ahead, but the preview is still up. Once the game actually does get officially confirmed for a new day and all that sort of stuff, then I'll, take that video down and we'll do another one when the time is right, when the game will be next played. But obviously, when you're seeing this, I will have started college once again, so uploads might not be bang on 4 o'clock. There might be 4, half 4, 5 o'clock, even 5:30 at some times, because I don't really know what time I'll be home from college and all that sort of stuff, and I don't know what days I'm in as of right now, so I do apologise about that if uploads are a little bit all over the place, but I will try and get them out as early as possible for you guys. But make sure you drop a like on today's video, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. Starting out then with the current Sky Bet League 2 table, my team Bradford City currently sit 8th in the table. After 7 games, we've got 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, 9 goals scored, 6 goals conceded, leaving us on a positive 3-goal difference and 11 points. Our last couple of games then have been a win, a draw, a win, a loss, and a win. Them last couple of games then being a 2-1 win at home to Walsall, a 3-1 win at home to Sheffield Wednesday in the Football League Trophy, a 0-0 draw at home to Crewe Alexandra, a 2-1 defeat at home to Blackburn Rovers in the second round of the Carabao Cup, a 3-1 win away at Hartlepool, and then just before that we had a 1-0 defeat away to Colchester United. That then compared to Tranmere Rovers, though they're currently sat 16th in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 7 games, they've got 2 wins, 1 draw, 4 defeats, 7 goals scored, 7 goals conceded, leaving them on a 0-goal difference and 7 points. The last couple of games then have been a loss, a win, a loss, a draw, and a win. Them last couple of games then being a 2-0 defeat away to Leyton Orient, a 2-0 win at home to Colchester United, a 2-1 defeat at home to Newcastle United in the second round of the EFL Cup, a 2-1 defeat away to Newport County, and then just before that, they had a 0-0 draw away to Hartlepool United. So not a great start to the season whatsoever from Tranmere Rovers. They've been looking to try get back up into them playoff spots this season, but yeah, it's not been a great start for them whatsoever in the opening 7 games. Now we're going to speak about the team though that I would go with if I was Mark Hughes. So I would line up then in a 4-2-3-1 formation. I'd go Harry Lewis in goal. Now it feels like an absolute age ago since that game against Walsall, but he was absolutely fantastic in that game. Single-handedly won us the match, saved the penalty, and made 3, 4, maybe even 5 other absolutely world-class saves. He was fantastic in that game. We finally got a keeper who is going to be the difference in us winning a match or losing it. He was unbelievable, so he has to start for me. Right back, I've gone with Brad Halliday. Wasn't great again in that game against Walsall, and if he has another average game in this one, maybe you do start Luke Hendry. I was very impressed with what I saw from Luke Hendry in that game against Sheffield Wednesday, but Halliday putting the nice ball for Andy Cook's goal against Walsall. He got the assist for that, so I think it's probably harsh to drop somebody who has the crossing calibre of Brad Halliday at the moment. Anyway, defensively, a little bit shaky, but I think Halliday deserves to start once again. 2 centre-backs. Firstly, Mike Platt. I thought he was very good against Walsall. There was a lot of poor performances against Walsall, but he certainly wasn't one of them. I thought he was really good, in my opinion. Has been really good the past couple of games as well. As more time goes past, I think he's growing into that role much better. Partnering him might be controversial. I've gone with Timmy Odesina. I think Critchlow's performances have taken a little bit of a dip recently, and with the quality in depth that we've got at the moment, you have to be playing an 8 out of 10 every single game, or there is going to be question marks over your performances. Obviously, he's been a little bit shaky in the last few games, has Romany Critchlow, gave away a penalty as well against Walsall. I personally think it might be soft, but when you're making contact in the box without really much attempt to play the ball, it's always really going to be given. I think Critchlow just been a little bit shaky at the moment. Odesina was fantastic against Sheffield Wednesday, was my personal man of the match. I thought he was unbelievable. He's rapid, he wins a lot in the air. I think, in my opinion, he deserves to start. Left back, I've gone with Liam Rideout. Like I've mentioned previously, as more games go by, I think he's getting better and better. Started out the season really shaky. Still yet to see a good performance from Liam Rideout, but we're no longer seeing bad performances from him. We're just kind of seeing okay, mediocre sort of performances, and I don't think Matty Folds did enough in that game against Sheffield Wednesday to warrant dropping Liam Rideout, so I'll go with him at left back. 2 central midfielders. midfielders, firstly, Richie Smallwood. Again, he's been getting a little bit of criticism on social media over the last few games. People saying, you know, what does he really do? But I think he performs better against the better sides, which probably suits him away from home because sides don't really put every man behind the ball at home, or there'll be very few sides that do that against us this season. But for me personally, if Smallwood's fit, he has to start. He's the captain, so he has to start in my opinion. Partnering him, I've gone with Alex Gilead. Now, potentially, you could maybe go Jan Songo in there, but obviously Gilead should be back available from his injury now, which is fantastic to see. I think he's just better at the moment than Sutton and Ryan East. I don't think either of them two have been taking their chances recently. I don't really know what's happened with Levi Sutton this season, but he just doesn't seem himself. So for me personally, I like to see Alex Gilead start in the centre of midfield next to Richie Smallwood. On the right wing, I'd go Scott Banks. I thought he's been really, really good since he's joined on loan from Crystal Palace. Probably his worst game so far against Walsall. Didn't really do anything, to be honest with you. Was pocketed by Manny Monthé and struggled to get past him because naturally Monthé is a centre half. He's absolutely, you know, gigantic. He's over 6'4", 6'5". He's not exactly the slimmest as well. So Banks really did struggle in that role, but I think overall I'd like to see Scott Banks start once again on that right hand side. In that number 10 position, I've gone with Dion Pereira. I think the only way you fit Dion Pereira into this team is as a number 10, and Harry Chapman just not for me. I just don't see enough from Harry Chapman. He does, you know, a lot of running. I've got to give him credit for the running, but on the ball, his end product is just poor. He's not really living up to the expectation of what we thought we were getting from Harry Chapman. Granted, maybe as a number 10, that's not his natural position. Maybe we'll see a little bit better from him when he plays out wide, but I can't really see him getting into either of the winger positions at the moment. And number 10 was only the real position that he's probably going to get into at the moment, and he's really not taking his chance there whatsoever. I think he's been poor on the ball, so I'd like to see Dion Pereira start. On the left-hand side, I've gone with Tyreek Wright. Obviously, this will be his full debut as a Bradford City player if he is to start the match, but I just think for me personally, Jake Young, while he scored 3 goals in 2 games, whatever it was last week, I didn't see enough from him in that game against Walsall. Granted, he scored a goal out of nothing. It was absolutely unbelievable goal. If Jake Young starts this game, I have no problems with that whatsoever. But I think Tyreek Wright just showed a little bit more when he came on in that half an hour, 25 minutes, something like that against Walsall. I was really impressed with what I saw from Tyreek Wright. Good dribbler, very fast as well, so could maybe put some balls into the box for obviously the striker, who will be Andy Cook. Loves a goal against his former side. I believe the only former side he didn't score against last season was Tranmere, so he will be looking to score in this game against his former side, although I know he had success at Tranmere, so he might not get some of the abuse that he gets from Mansfield and Walsall fans and even Barrow fans as well. So that is my starting 11. It is the same starting 11 that I would have liked to have seen against Mansfield. Obviously, we've not played a game since that game against Walsall, so we've had a nice little 10-day rest. So hopefully they are all fresh and raring to go. On the bench then for me, that'd leave Colin Doyle, Luke Hendry, Romney Critchlow, Jan Songo, Jake Young, Kian Harra and Verdane Oliver. It's been really hard to pick some of these players to miss out, but obviously it's just my opinion. I'm sure Hughes probably won't go with anything like that, to be honest with you. That does mean, though, the players that would miss out would be Heath Richardson, Joe O'Shaughnessy, Matty Folds, Levi Sutton, Ryan East, Emmanuel Osadibe, Jamie Walker, which has since been confirmed his injury is a lot more significant than what the first thought, which is a massive shame for us. Harry Chapman, Abo Issa, who I don't think will be too far away from full fitness now, and Lee Angle. Now then, let's move into my Game Week 8 League 2 score predictions. Hopefully this game doesn't get postponed, so this should actually be the Game Week 8 League 2 score predictions, although it's meant to be Game Week 9, but for the sake of common sense, we'll call it Game Week 8. Let's get into it. Starting out then with AFC Wimbledon versus Northampton Town. I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for Northampton. Barrow AFC versus Doncaster Rovers. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Barrow. Crawley Town versus Stockport County. I'm going to go with a 1-0 away win for Stockport. Grimsby Town versus Gillingham FC. I'm going to go with a 2-0 home win for Grimsby. Harrogate Town versus Salford City. I'm going to go with a 3-0 away win for Salford. Hartlepool United versus Crewe Alexandra. I'm going to go with a 4-0 away win for Crewe. Definitely going to be some goals this week, not this weekend, this midweek game, in my opinion. Mansfield Town versus Carlisle United. I'm going to go with a 3-1 home win for Mansfield. Rochdale AFC versus Leyton Orient. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. Stevenage FC versus Newport County. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Stevenage. Swindon Town versus Sutton United. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. Tranmere Rovers versus Bradford City. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I think it will definitely be a tight game. A point wouldn't be the end of the world as well against a team like Tranmere, but they haven't had the best start to the season, so maybe we can capitalise on that. And then the final game is Walsall versus Colchester. I'm going to go with a 3-1 home win for Walsall. But anyway, that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be absolutely class. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your score predictions as well as your starting 11 as well down in the comment section down below. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I shall see you all tomorrow for the Tranmere away match day vlog. Peace.